Top four, top four. Hello all, MikeRo here, and welcome to another episode of the FM19 Southampton Save. We are in the top four at the moment. Things are flying. Since the last episode, we saw us smash Bournemouth 4-1 and then lose to Arsenal 2-1. We've beaten Watford, beaten Crystal Palace, and then drawn away at Burnley, which was a bit of a disappointing result. And today we have home games against Huddersfield and Sheffield United. Kasper Dolberg has been in sensational form, as has Ross Barkley. The two of them kind of carrying us through, and they've got a pretty good understanding up front. So Huddersfield are up first. They are overachieving in the league, up in 8th and doing very well. They've got Ryan Sessegnon, which is a bit of a surprise. He's at left back, and they've got some good players. I think Kalinic and Diakabi are the ones that we really have to watch out for, although Spielman seems to apparently be quite a decent player. He looks alright, but nothing spectacular. And for us, it's our usual starting lineup, with a couple of exceptions. Guns in goal. Tierney and Cedric maintain the wing-back positions. And then you've got Hoot partnering Chris Smalling today because Kanate is quite tired. Romeo and James Ward-Prowse are our midfield too. And then you've got David Neres, Ross Barkley, Ziyech and Dolberg as our front four. And they've all been on fire so far this season. All playing at a 7 or above rating on average. Very, very good indeed. So the media have given you a lot of credit lately. Go out there and show them why. And that always seems to get the guys going, which I quite like. If we can get a win here again, it's going to put some really, really good stead going forward. I'm wondering if maybe top 4 isn't actually out of the question. It would be one hell of an achievement. There's no getting around that, but you just don't know. Do you know what I mean? But Kieran Tierney has thrown the ball to Romeo. We're only just over a minute in, and we've whipped the ball in. Dolberg has hit the post, and how has he not scored there? Neres, we should have scored there. Dolberg hitting the post, but we're threatening early. Exciting times. Not a great cross in, but Ward-Prowse has done well to pick it up. He plays it back to Cedric. Come on, mate, whip that ball in. Cedric. Barkley, it is 1-0. The highlight continued 2 minutes in. We are on fire. Ross Barkley, his 6th goal of the season. That is mightily impressive numbers, and maybe he's finally achieving his potential here at Southampton. Good play by Cedric to get it out of his feet, and it's a nice ball in. Barkley, he's got a lot of headers, and that's some really poor keeping, to be fair. You should be catching that. There's no getting around it. Really poor keeping, but I don't care. Lossell's basically giving us a 1-0 lead. And yeah, another highlight. The lots that we really are clicking into gear now. You can tell just by the sheer amount of highlights now that are in the games compared to last year, where we barely had any. There was a lot of 1-0 games this year. There's a lot more in terms of actual highlights and chances. That's not a great play from us, but Barkley's done well to win it back. David Neres, who's really unleashed on that left-hand side. Ziyech, he's got so many men to pick from. Ross Barkley's got to square this. Barkley to David Neres, back to James Ward-Prowse, to Ziyech. Someone take a shot. There you go. Hakim Ziyech gets his 3rd. We've just got so many people overloading in that box. You look at it here, only the 2 centre-backs out. When we go forward, we really pile them in, and there are always an option. You can just pause it here, and you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Southampton players. Everybody is forward. It makes us a bit susceptible to the counter-attack, but when we're on top, you can just see how much we're throwing into going forward this season compared to last year, where we were a bit more cautious. This year, we're a lot more. We have a lot more conviction in the way that we're carrying ourselves going forward as a unit. It'd be a bit disappointing if we conceded a goal, considering our early domination. But that's great play by Cedric, and Kasper Dolberg is on it now. Look at the ball. Look at the bodies pile forward here. Brilliant from Ziyech. He finds Ross Barkley. That should have been 3. Diakabi now, who's probably been their best player. He's had a lot of the ball along with Hestad in the middle. Diakabi now running at us, and Hogg, that's a really poor ball. He's forcing the issue a little bit there. Kasper Dolberg does brilliantly to flick that. David Neres, is he going to go for a little run? He finds Ross Barkley. Barkley is through on goal. It's 3-0. Ross Barkley, you can't contain him. He's absolutely on fire right now. This is an unbelievable purple patch of form from Ross Barkley. Look at the lovely one-touch football. Neres here fizzes it in. You had a pick of Dolberg or Barkley. Barkley just carries it through. Lossell again, it's not really got much of a chance there, to be fair. And Ross Barkley is on a hat-trick. Magical scenes. It's 3-0, not even half-time yet. Oh, lovely tea. JBWP has teed it in. Just as having a sip of tea there, Ross Barkley's got his hat-trick. It's back-to-back hat-tricks in terms of episodes, not in terms of actual games. But we had one for Kasper Dolberg in the last episode, and today it's Super Ross. Yet another header. He's so tall. He just wins so many headers. I'm literally in a bit of shock. 4-0 against high-flying Huddersfield. And it's only just gone half-time. Unbelievable. As Ross finds Rosas. This is probably not going to come to anything, I think it's fair to say. Good ball in by Rosas. Looking for Kasper. Doesn't quite get to it. Ziyech to Romeo. Romeo to James Ward-Prowse. Lovely ball out from James Ward-Prowse to Kieran Tierney. Is he going to whip something in here? He does. Oh my god, Ross Barkley's got 4. I literally thought the highlight was continuing just because we'd made a sub. It's 5-0. This is nuts. JWP with a lovely ball out to Kieran Tierney. He just ghosts inside a little bit, gets onto that left peg, and Super Ross is at the front post. Oh my days. Super Ross Barkley giving himself a chance of getting into the golden boot with 1 game. He's played at a 9.9. I wish I hadn't taken him off now because we might have seen a 10. Oh, I'm annoyed now. I wish I hadn't taken him off. It's a 10 from Len. I'm going to praise the team a bit as well, actually, but not before we have this highlight. Oh dear, Romy, it's not a good editor. Stad. Jonathan Hogg. Oh, he's hit the post. They've hit the post like 2 or 3 times in this game. They're unlucky not to be on the score sheet, Huddersfield. They've not played that badly. As you can tell, they've just not been very clinical with the shots that they've actually created. I think they kind of went a bit gung-ho after they kind of went down. Danny Ings has come on, got himself injured straight away, which is a bit flipping irritating. His stab with the corner. Huddersfield are going to finally get on the score sheet. They are. We cannot keep clean sheets, and that's a little bit irritating. But Nikola Kalinic, assisted by Di Francesco, who I have to say has been pretty good since he came on, and Hestad's probably been their best player today. He did a nice corner there. Kalinic, good poaching instincts, but you can tell with that being his 3rd goal of the season, it's probably not what they really needed, to be fair. They're doing so well to be as high as they are. Do not do this to me. Christopher Shin, their heads over, thank God. Oh my god, the highlights just keep on coming here. I can't tell if Huddersfield have just gone fully for it, or if we're just taking our foot completely off the gas. Dolberg, who's still yet to get on the score sheet today, finds Danny Ings. Ingsy, good ball into Ziyech. Oh, he's at the post. What a goal that would have been. Ramadan Sobi makes it 5-2. The comeback is on. I'm really irritated we've conceded 2 goals. It's stupid defending. It's been a truly mental game. I have to say, you can see by the stats there. There's been, how many is that? 38 shots in total. 13 of them are ours. 26 to Huddersfield. And that is the end of that. Ross Barkley, the difference really. 4 goals for him today and a Hakim Ziyech goal. Incredible scenes. Well worth the money, eh? So passionately, I'm very happy with the way that went. I'm a little bit disappointed with the defending, but I think it'd be harsh for me to criticise the boys. I'm loving this now. The supporters seem to respond well to your attacking intent today. I've made a commitment to playing that way. Absolutely magical. Up next is going to be bottom place Sheffield United, and if last game's anything to go by, we should be on for another 3 points, I hope. To interrupt quickly, one bit of great news that Kasper Dolberg has actually signed a brand new contract. He's on 84k a week, now up to a key player, an £80 million release clause for teams that are in the Champions League, which we might be next year if we continue at this rate. What's this? What's with all the red arrows? What's going on? Don't like that. We need to sort that. I need to have a look at the training. So here we are, viewers, back again against Sheffield United away at Bramall Lane. Actually, when you look at it, they haven't won a game yet. In 16 games, they've only got 3 points. So on course to be the worst team in Premier League history. They've lost 5 in a row, but I'm sure today will be the day that they probably get a win. If they do, I am calling some serious bull. Yeah, we are going to give it the same team then. We've got such a good little bit of form going at the moment. It'd be wrong to kind of wreck it. So it is the same as last time, although Kanate is back in instead of Wesley Hoot in the defence. Almost like the old, that is the old West Ham formation. Exciting. Oh, they got Ambrosia Custard here on the right hand side. Excellent. There are no easy games in the Premier League, but going by the way this has been, if there ever a game that we were going to win, it's going to be this one. Although we've not started particularly well. No highlights in the first 5 minutes, and also not really created too much. But James Ward-Prowse whips a ball in. Kieran Tierney is 1-0. He heads in from the corner, being scouted by the 2 Manchester clubs at the moment. But he's all about Southampton right now. Look at this for a header. Bang! Kieran straight in there. Lovely header. No worries, lads. All over it. 1-0, 8 minutes in. I always like it when we score early. Oh, another highlight here. 15 minutes in. David Neres tees up Ross Barkley. Whips it to the back post. And Hakim Ziyech makes it 2-0. It's just flying. We're just flying. Ross Barkley gets an assist to go along with the 4 goals he's got. My God. Can anyone stop us at the moment? Great ball in by Ross. And it's pretty poor defending, I have to say. But Ziyech just gets above his man. And he just nods it into the back. Quite easy. The only thing we're missing at the moment is a Kasper Dolberg goal. That's the only thing missing from today's episode. I just noticed that Arsenal and United are still unbeaten. 17 games in and they are still unbeaten between the two. Well, both of them. It's incredible. Barkley hits it just wide. Oh my days. He is on fire. I feel like we're just on a really good roll at the moment. Things are just beginning to tickle on nicely. The team's playing well. That's a good ball in as Sheffield United look to get their way back into the game. Hinterseer, what's he got? He whips it to the back post. Oh, it's a good header. Oh my god, great clearance from Kanate. And a great tackle on Billy Sharp though. Oh, I don't know if it's Billy Sharp, but it was Sharp. It must have been Billy Sharp, has to be. O'Connell there trying to clear the ball up the line. Doesn't work. It's Cedric's managed to retain it and it's worked its way over to Romeo. Romeo looking for Kasper Dolberg. What a touch. If he'd scored that, the touch just to bring that down to control it. Mwah, it was magical. Now, are we going to get one more before half time here? As Chris Smalling finds Ziyech out on the right hand side. It's into James Ward-Prowse. Lovely ball to the back to try and find David Neres. He doesn't win the header, but Kieran Tierney mops it up nicely into JWP. He finds Ross Barkley out to Cedric. Got plenty of room to run into. Cedric does. He gallops into it, tips it to the back post. Dolberg, he's headed it over. Come on, Kasper, where are you? Where are you? That's where are you? James Ward-Prowse whips in the corner. Ambrosio clears it. Dolberg to Kieran Tierney. Tierney gets out of his feet. Ziyech, what an effort that was. It was bending into the far corner and a great save by the keeper. Credit to him. I think it's time as well that we brought on Mario Lemina. We can also take off Kieran Tierney and bring on Matty Target. I think the job is essentially done here. This is now more about just seeing it out, keeping injuries to a minimum, and hopefully getting Kasper a goal or two just to get his confidence flowing again, because it's been a couple of games since he scored. I don't want to say if it's too early for us to break into the top six. Like, you can tell that the big monopoly is there. The only team that's not really in around is Chelsea, and they're having a mare of a season. I think they're still in the bottom half. You can tell that they're 13th and miles off the pace. We've almost got double the points that they've got. But Arsenal, United, Spurs, City, Liverpool, all of them are in and around the top 7. I won't lie, I'm annoyed that Kasper hasn't got himself a goal here unless he gets one from this. James Ward-Prowse whips it in. Matty Target doesn't get there. Kanate back out to JWP. James Ward-Prowse to Kanate. He's tried to... Oh my god, he's at the bar. And then Hakim Ziyech taps in from the rebound. Not offside. Lovely, lovely stuff. Got a couple of... He's got 3 goals in today's episode. It's nice that when Dolberg isn't firing, we've got plenty of other men, that are players that can score goals here. Lovely effort by Kanate for a centre-back. Carson's in no man's land, to be fair, and then he doesn't even pick up the rebound. That's some pretty shoddy keeping, but at the same time, can't besmirch that we're in the right place at the right time there, Ziyech. Well done, mate. 30 seconds to go. It's going to be a very routine victory for us here, and we're ticking along nicely. The games that used to be really difficult, we're kind of seeing out without a lot of fuss, and that can only be a good sign. The worrying thing for me is if we get a few injuries, or if there's suddenly like a little dip in form of Barkley or Dolberg. Either of those two, I think we are in trouble. But Ziyech stepping up to the mark today, and my word, that was a good performance. I'm going to say, certainly, well done, lads. It was a good win for us. The boys love it. I love it. This is going great. As you can tell in the dynamics, we have nearly full dressing room atmosphere and full managerial support as well. We are on fire at the moment, supported by pretty much everyone except for Diego Gonzalez. Loves us. This is magical, and it's not even like he hates me. He just has no real opinion of me, which is fine. Bloody hell, that does leave us third in the table. Let's be honest here, we're not going to win the league. We are 8 points off of United and 10 points off of Arsenal, but we are in this top 4, European conversation. I think what we are going to do is we're going to give us... I want to play Swansea and Chelsea, but I think in terms of more relevance, I think we have to go with Chelsea and City. It really only makes sense that we have Chelsea and City. So that's what we'll do. We'll come back midway through the January on the 11th. So we've got Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge, and then we're going to follow that with a home game against Manchester City, who are just behind us in the league at the moment. I think they'll probably overhaul us between now and then because we've got some difficult fixtures coming up, and Christmas requires rotation. And let's face it, the squad still isn't exactly the biggest or the strongest, but we are overachieving like you would not believe. Some of the players are putting in some top quality performances today. Ross Barkley and Ziyech, unbelievable. Thank you so much for watching the episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do like, share and subscribe. Make sure you come back for the next episode. There will be 2 massive games, obviously against Chelsea and City, in our bid to maybe break into that top 6, top 4 positions. And also there might be some January transfer window business that we need to have a look at. We'll find out when we get there. Thanks so much for watching. Until I see you in the next episode. Stay cool.